Welcome to Glorious Botafogo, your number one source of Botafogo news in English. The Alvinegro lost to Red Bull Bragantino in Bragança Paulista by 1-0 in I guess you could call it a disastrous performance. I've seen a lot of other channels and a lot of other people in the Botafogo media call it exactly that, a disastrous performance. I've seen people saying it was one of the worst performances Botafogo has ever played. I didn't know. I didn't watch the game, um, but I watched the highlights, um, and it's really frustrating to see the way that we have started this season. And again, it seems like I'm kind of like a broken record talking about the last season and talking about this season. They're different, yes, and the way that we started this one is obviously not the best way. We were coming from two victories, and in the Brasileirão, Botafogo had the longest unbeaten streak of any Serie A team of 18 matches. And now that streak was broken, and Botafogo no longer holds that unbeaten streak. The club is currently sitting in 10th place in the Brasileirão. This is after just three fixtures, right? Three rounds. Botafogo played Palmeiras, um, Juventude, and Bragantino, doing one loss, one draw, one win. I went ahead and I looked at statistics and looked at what was the most amount of losses that a team had in the Brasileirão and still became champions. That number is 7. A team only lost 7 times. A team that won a championship. And now we already have one. So that means we only have 6 more. Big slip ups. Is Bragantino one that we could afford it to have that slip up? I'm going to say no. So that's kind of already a result that is working against us. If we look here at the Brasileirão standings, we got Flamengo, Palmeiras, Juventude, and Vasco da Gama, Fluminense, Internacional, Fortaleza, Ceará, Corinthians, and Botafogo. Out of Flamengo, Palmeiras, Juventude, Vasco, and Fluminense, and Inter, I would say just Palmeiras, Flamengo, and Inter are going to be fighting for those top spots later on. And I wish I could have the optimism to say that we're going to be that club. It's just a big question mark. I don't know. There's just a big question mark right now. I don't know if we are capable of doing that. Obviously, last year the way that Arthur Jorge played his tactics, much more offensive than Renato Paiva, much more offensive than we are playing right now. We had much more offensive players like Luis Henrique and Amado, and Luis Henrique made all the difference. I don't know if you guys saw today, he scored a phenomenal goal for Zenit. I mean, he did a fake shot, a U-turn. If you don't know what a U-turn is when you grab the ball with the whatever leg you have the ball with, you do inside cut. So he did a U-turn and then he shot it with his left foot. Beautiful goal, beautiful goal. And then we had Thiago Almada, which was that guy that was always finding a way to infiltrate and finding the pass and just always being so objective with the way that he plays. And we don't have that guy right now. You know, Savarino is not playing in the position where I feel like, and most of the supporters feel like he plays best. Santiago Rodriguez still hasn't really made his debut for the club. I mean, he's played, but we haven't really seen him, you know. Nathan Fernandes, he was recuperating. Fans are asking, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? He's close to be coming back. He's close to finally being able to play for Botafogo. There's talks of Wesley once again. However, on Nasser's side, they were saying it's more on Botafogo's side now that needs to show a little bit more interest. So, you know, these new players that we got in this window cost a lot of money, and they just haven't shown results yet. It's concerning, and I think it does have a lot to do with how late we started on this preseason, how long it took to get Renato Paiva, and now we're gonna have to fix it as we go, which is not always the best thing. It's not the preferred method, it's not the preferred way, but it is the way that we're going to have to do it. There's no other option. We're going to have to do it this way. So it's definitely concerning. The next few matches that the Alvinegro has coming up are São Paulo at home this Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. I hate that time. I'm still at work. I hate that time. Botafogo and São Paulo at 4:30 p.m. on a Wednesday. I hate that time. And then on Sunday, April 20th, Botafogo playing Atlético Mineiro at 2 p.m. In Minas Gerais at the Galo Arena over there. And then that following week on the 23rd, Botafogo and Estudiantes in Argentina at 7:30. Nothing but tough matches. Because right after that, we have a derby versus Fluminense at home at the Newton Santos. And then we play the Copa do Brasil match, which is going to be against Capital, which is a team from Brasilia, which is the capital of Brazil. And it's these matches against these lower teams, these lower division teams, they're always tricky, especially in Brazil. They are always tricky. You never know what you're going to get. So, yeah, it's... and that's going to be on April 30th. Busy month ahead. It's match after match. São Paulo 16th, Mineiro on the 20th, Estudiantes on the 23rd, Fluminense on the 26th, and then 4 days later. So it's a match every 3 to 4 days. So you play the match and then you have a day's rest. You have either a day to watch clips, watch videos, and do just in the gym, or a quick session on the field, the rest, and play. It's tough, man. This is why we need to have depth to the squad, and I think Botafogo is going to have to fix how we operated in the first window. We're going to have to do better in the second window, because this is going to pay. The interest is going to come later, and we have to be smart. And we have to be smart about it and not get caught off guard later on, because some of these players will get physically and mentally fatigued, and we're going to need the depth, which I think is a depth that we don't have right now. If you've gotten here so far, please leave a comment down below on what you're thinking the season has gone so far. You guys know what I think about it, but I want to know from you. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Go follow me on X. We're almost at 6,000 followers there. Go follow me on Instagram if you have it as well. It's under Glorious Botafogo everything on Facebook. Although, who's going to use Facebook for Botafogo and use it in English anyways? But if you want to use Instagram, and especially on X, which is where I'm most active, is on X, go find me there, Glorious Botafogo. Hopefully, I will come back on Thursday, bring you guys good news about, or actually, I'll come back Wednesday night to give you guys good news, hopefully, about our match versus São Paulo.